All right, guys, what's going down, man? This is your boy, DJ Just J with Just Dimes ENT, and I am your humble host of the Soto You Dig. What's going down, guys? So, see if I can correct this just a little bit. Okay, I think that's all right. What's going on, guys? Y'all say something in the chat. Let me know that y'all are here. And to my people on Facebook, yes, we are live right now. So, yeah. We should be able to be live on Facebook, and I'll be able to read you guys' comments. Gonna bring you guys another story. Hope you guys are excited to be here, and I appreciate you guys always showing up and showing support. We give a shout out to my people in the chat. As always, the way that the show format works is I will introduce everybody that is in both chats. I will play intro music, all of that good, wonderful stuff. Take up like the first 10-15 minutes or so. Then we'll actually start with the news story. So, for those that are not familiar with the show, I'd like to welcome you to the Soto You Dig. We do things a little bit differently here, and that's the way we get down. So hopefully everybody understands. I'd like to give a shout out to my Facebook people. I'd like to give a shout out to the ones that are coming through. Let's see. We just started Facebook Live, so we are still working on getting people there. Let me give a shout out to the people that are in YouTube. You guys let me know that you are here. Shout out to my brother Jason Gunn, Beat No Logic, Kerry Rufo was in the building. Let's see, Rochelle is in the building. What's up? Irby Font in the building. What up? Anthony Cantor is in the building. What's going on? Let's see, who else am I missing? Revy Guns. Marquita Walker says love from Minnesota. Thank you very much for watching from Minnesota. That's awesome. Appreciate that. I'm gonna have to straighten that out. Forget it. I'll get it later. I'm from Oklahoma. Oh, wow. Okay, Marquita, what's going on? Feel like I might know that name. I don't know. But I'm originally from Northside Oklahoma City, so I don't know. Maybe we've met each other at some point. But that's awesome, though, so shout out to you. Therese Radigan is in the building. What's going on? Darcy Ann, my 66, my sister. What's going on? Let's see here. That's me in the building. LV is in the building. What's going on? Monte Nash is here. What's going on? Sherrod Ellis, what's up? Let's see. Athena's World, what's going on? Sesquipedalian Mug, my guy Barry, what up? Ernest Big EC is in the building. What's going on? All right, let's see here. Who else am I missing? Champion of Truth, what's going on? AP is in the building. Thank you, AP. Jason says, looking great, sounds great. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Like I said, I'm trying my best. It's not perfect, but I don't know. It'll have to do for now. Let's see. Natasha Bartley is in the building. What's going on? Jackal High is here. What's going on? I don't know about that yo boy stuff, but I'll take it, man. What's going on? Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Noosa the chemist, what's going on? Ty Sands in the building. What's going on? T James, Mark Ramsey, G Rose, Cynthia Maiolo, always an honor. D Man, Tony Hogan's in the building. What's going on? That's my brother. I think you're I definitely know you came from Tommy's side, one of Tommy's big supporters, man. So salute, brother. Appreciate you being here. Jay McLovin says, I'm sorry, but there will be no heart eyes emojis. Not today. Jay McLovin is in the building. What's up, Jay McLovin? Always showing love, always supporting my backbone, my heart, my soul. What's going on? Thomas Dotson, Damon Greer, or Damon Greer, excuse me, from the 313. Okay, I just did a 313 story yesterday. If you didn't catch that story, watch that story and let me know if I was correct about that or not. CJ Gunn is in the building. Miss True Seaman is in the building. Guys, that's what the name says. I swear to God, that's what it says on the screen. What's going on? Leslie Taylor. What's going on? Fool for Knowledge is in the building. Lives in Tulsa. Wow. Yes. Make sure to tag these people and let them know that Just Jay is doing a story on the people in Tulsa. I am partially familiar with Tulsa. Been there plenty of times. So, yeah. Amanda K is in the building. What's going on? LUT is in the building. What's up? Sergeant, let me see, what did I say? Sergeant Transley. Okay, what's going on? Tammy B is in the building. She's back. What's going on? Amy Granberry from Tyler, Texas. What's going on, Amy? Texas in the building. Shout out. We deep in this thing. Faye is in the building. What's up, Faye? Trey Day is in the building. What's going on? Miami, Florida representing. No Name Rose D is in the building. What's up? What's up? Skohar is in the building. He says, click the like button, the donate links, and in the description box to support the excellent content. Brother Skohar, always a thumbs up, man. Appreciate the love, bro. Let's see. Kyle 23 and Ron Cash is in the building. But again, another shout out to Tony Hogan. Are we missing anybody from Facebook? Yes, my guy Gumbo Man. Now, just to let you guys know that are watching me on Facebook, I am live. This is not a video. This is not a video. I'm actually live. So what I have to do is I have to go and click over there and take a look at the Facebook to make sure if anybody's commenting. So I'll try to keep that up on the screen from time to time. So shout out to my guy Joseph A. Darbon. That is also the Gumbo Man, Gumbo Man. And I'm telling you guys, he got me hooked on gumbo and crawfish. He's originally from New Orleans, doing his thing in Oklahoma. Y'all make sure and check him out. So much love to my brother Joseph Darbon, aka the Gumbo Man. I promise you. Chastity, you know, I have a picture of my pizza that I got the other day. I had a lot of Canadian matter of fact, yes, I had a lot of Canadian bacon on my pizza. I'm gonna make sure and send you a photo of that. So shout out to you in the building, my sister Chaz. Let me see. I got you, Anthony Cantor. William Carter's in the building. Kid Reese is in the building. 225, what up? Loon Toon News. Cree 195 is back. What's going on? The Immortal One, what's going on? I want you guys to know the reason why I do this is because of the fact that I want everybody that's in the chat while we start, not only to have a chance to get here, but I want everybody to know that that I appreciate everybody that is here. So I do as best as I can to try to give everybody a shout out. Sometimes it's a little hard to do that, but I definitely appreciate it. My sister Lola MA is in the building. What's going on? You know, big time supporter, big time love for my sister Lola, man. You know, she came right in the door. Her and Ty Sands came in the door and they was supporting from the jump. So ladies, prayer hands, see that? Prayer hands. Appreciate you guys. I don't think y'all understand. I truly appreciate you guys. So I'll update the Facebook from time to time to make sure if I need to give any more shout outs, somebody shared the video. Okay, Gumbo Man shared it. Appreciate that, bro. All right, guys, you guys ready to start with the show? Let's cut the unpleasantries and let's go ahead and get into it. This is a song by me and my brother Kurt Dog, Straight to the Money. And I think I'm gonna give y'all, I don't know, another song here in a minute. I'll figure it out. Let's get it.
It's a love shot track.
Just Jay and I'm back again. Hit the highway, and then I gassed up. Then went to Fuel City and got my bag up. Hey, it's time to get that cash. I mean, I'm about to smash. Just turn the lights on. The flow will never crash. Drinks are going up. I mean, they turning up. Everybody's tipsy, but ain't no throwing up. I press play, they hit the floor. Now the party's lit. Ladies on the floor vibing. I'm spinning hits. The club is popping, so you gotta meet us at the spot. On the south side of the D, man, we got it locked. I jumped in the ride, said, "Bae, I see you later." Headed to the front door out to get this paper. I threw on my J's, then put on my jeans. Fresh fade, fresh fitted, man, I'm looking clean. Then I took a shower for about an hour. I let my girl know the plan so she's never sour. While we laid up, movies on the screen and my phone rings. It's my homie and I gotta bring. I mean, I gotta come and bring my A game. Homie, are you busy? I mean, we need you, man.
Straight to the money, then I'm gone. Shout out to my niggas on that south side zone. I ain't never tripping on that hater with that bullshit. Cause I got a baby 380 with the full clip. And I get straight to the money, then I'm gone. Shout out to my niggas on that south side zone. I ain't never tripping on that hater with that bullshit. Cause I got a baby 380 with the full clip. And I'm gone. Get the money, then I'm gone in the flash. Headed back to the shack to put the money in the stash. Take me a quick shower. Throw on some new clothes. Jump in a different whip to keep them haters on they toes. Holla at my nigga Doug, trying to see what's up. Him and Reeves at the park and they posted up. They got the whips out with the barbecue. Told them give me 30 minutes and I'm coming through. Pull up to the park slow when it's hella deep. Hopped out with the heater, I don't never sleep. Seen the homie show love and got in the mix. Made a plate, then I took me a couple of flicks. I kicked back for a minute, told the homies I was headed to the shack in a minute. Made me another plate, told them that I was out. I gotta make a run and get up on my paper route. And I'm gone. Straight to the money, then I'm gone. Shout out to my niggas on that south side zone. I ain't never tripping on that hater with that bullshit. Cause I got a baby 380 with the full clip. I get straight to the money, then I'm gone. Shout out to my niggas on that south side zone. I ain't never tripping on that hater with that bullshit. Cause I got a baby 380 with the full clip. And I'm gone.
What's up, P-Man 007?
That's how I do it, man.
Guess what, bro?
I get in and I get out. I don't stick around too long, man. I get to the money. Come through, say what's up to my niggas. Fuck them hoes. I ain't tripping on them hoes. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, fuck them hoes. Real shit. Had me a little something. Say what up and then I'm gone. I get straight to the money, then I'm gone. Shout out to my niggas on that south side zone. I ain't never tripping on that hater with that bullshit. Cause I got a baby 380 with the full clip. And I get straight to the money, then I'm gone. Shout out to my niggas on that south side zone. I ain't never tripping on that hater with that bullshit. Cause I got a baby 380 with the full clip. And I'm gone.
What's going on, Breon? What's up? Inappropriate question. Jackal High, Kid Reese 225, Greg Shackelford. What's up, guys? What's up, Relationship Rehab? Let me say, hey, lie. That's why I got Relationship Rehab. Guys, if you don't know, now you know. Y'all make sure to check out Relationship Rehab, TRR, the Relationship Rehab channel on YouTube. Y'all make sure to check out The Guru and the Horse Show. Once we figure out this whole flagging situation, you will start to see more shows there. And also, you guys make sure and check out the United Guns of America channel. Now, all right, my sister LaRonda's in the building. What's going on? Let me say hi to her out there in Facebook land. We're actually live on YouTube, but I do see you guys whenever y'all hit the like over there on Facebook. I do see it. So shout out to my sister over there, man. Much love. Definitely appreciate you for coming through and at least hitting that like button. This is a song by my brother Kurt Dog. This is You, and then we're going to go ahead and get on with the show. What's up, Exo Dosiah? And anybody else that I missed over here in YouTube.
Welcome to.
If you guys want any other music, you can always hit my email right here. See that right there? thesodayoudig@gmail.com. Before we go ahead and move into the story section, I want to let you guys know if you want to support my work and what we do here, then we have a couple ways to do that. You can always hit the thumbs up. It's a big help. Another way that you can do that is if you want to support the PayPal link, you can always show monetary donations and love like that, like people do all the time. There's a small group of people here that do it all the time. Definitely would love to have you guys support that if you feel it in your heart to do so, to support what we do here. If you love our message, feel free to put your money where your mouth is, which is what a lot of people do. I'm glad they understand that message. Also, if you want to support the work on a regular basis, you can also support my work on patreon.com/DJJustJ. I promise you guys there are some amazing perks there, and I'm actually about to go ahead and get the t-shirt website up so I can go ahead and send a couple people some t-shirts that are long overdue. I should have had them out last week. So guys, you stand by with that. I'm not going to say the names, but just know that that's coming. All right, let's go ahead and move into the story section of the show. Now, what you guys see here on the screen is a young lady, and her name is Ashley Ledbetter. And this young lady actually comes by way of my home state, my original home state, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, Oklahoma. Okay. So for the people that are from Oklahoma, y'all understand, man. Good Lord. What's up, Kareem Hunter over there in Facebook land? Appreciate you coming through, showing some love. I'm glad this is not coming out of the city, but it's definitely coming out of Tulsa, which is just as bad. So, you know, in Oklahoma, I mean, we claim pretty much everything out there. So, you know, Tulsa is just as good as Edmond. Edmond is just as good as Norman and whatever else. I mean, it all pretty much goes to the same pot of people. So definitely not excited to tell you guys about this story, but just to let you guys know before anybody else says anything, this story actually did come out in 2017. The difference between us doing the story now is because of the fact that there's an update on it, and this woman actually just recently went to court this year, this month, less than 48 hours ago, and that's what we're going to be reporting on today. This beautiful young woman here on my right hand side, you see how awesome she looks, man. Boy, I got to tell you, man, we definitely got to make sure and do better with taking care of our hygiene and our bodies and washing our faces with essential oils, fruits and berries. No, not with fruits and berries, but I'm just saying, like, we got to be able to get to the point to where we take care of our hygiene to the point to where you wash your face. And, you know, I'm not a big proponent of makeup. You know, I know that stuff definitely does a detriment, you know, to your skin. It clogs up your pores. It messes you up. I'm not a fan of it, but then again, there's a lot of stuff I'm not a fan of. You do what you do, but if it messes you up in the future, then it's your life to live, right? Nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on with the story. But right before we do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a couple people a shout out because they actually showed a lot of love. Because I didn't get these last two on the last show, so I'm going to get them now. Now that they're in here, I got to say shout out to SH Play. He said, great show. This was from yesterday. So SH Play, if you're in the building, shout out to you. Yeah, thunder up in this thing. You heard me? Thunder up. But, you know, I'm going to need them to tone down this violence, though. Also to my brother, Relationship Rehab. He donated yesterday and he said, love you, bro. Keep doing your thing. I see you growing. Shout out the channels for me. That is the Relationship Rehab, the Guru and the Horror channel, as well as United Guns of America, my brother, Relationship Rehab. And I think this came from after the show went off. And this comes from my guy, or excuse me. This comes from Tracy H. Says, hi, DJ. Keep up the great work. Tracy H, if you're in the building, shout yourself out. My guy, OK City is my city. That's my brother, Tori, in the building, man. Good to see you back, bro. Appreciate you being here. You see, you still got your wrench, man. I ain't forgot about you, bro. For my sister, this is coming from Morning Soto, my sister Tanisha. She said, I hope all is well. Just want to drop a donation. As you know, I haven't donated in a while. I want you guys to hear this part. My family was recently involved in a house fire, and we have been recently homeless, or excuse me, temporarily homeless. This is the reason I haven't been able to watch or donate consistently, but I'm happy to report that we are back in a permanent residence, and I can resume my normal routine. Enjoy an awesome Thursday, which, you know, that's today, because she sent it right after the show ended. She said, you're doing an amazing job with the channel, Sister Tanisha. Prayer hands. I'm glad that you and your husband were able to get you guys' place taken care of. House fires, guys, ain't no joke, so I'm glad you guys were able to take care of that. So shout out to my sister Tanisha. This comes from, let me make sure I can say the name. He says, yo, brother, good to see you doing your thing, bro. Keep up the good work. Love you, man. This comes from my guy, Jayton L. I'm going to say Jayton L because I don't want to say your full name. So, brother, if you're watching, big time support, big time donation. Thank you very much. Also to, let me make sure I can say the name. To my sister, Crystal A. She says, much love. That's a big time donation. Crystal, thank you very much. Also to my brother. I know who this is because he's one of my brothers from Tommy's Portion. This is all Tommy's stuff, but primarily I see him on Tommy's channel. And he said, just stopping by to show some love. And he said, keep up the great work and excellent content. Your support, Tony Hogan. He's in the building. Y'all make sure to say what's up to my brother, Tony Hogan. Matter of fact, let me bless you with the power of Grayskull. Brother Tony, make sure to say something in the chat. You should see your wrench there, brother. So definitely appreciate that. Also, oh, good God. Hold on. Jesus Christ. We have to stop right now. And I have to read this one off. And I hope she said something. I hope she left a message because I definitely want to read her message. Boy, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. When Soto Nation supports, like I will never understand why people think that something is wrong with us, because when we like something, we want to support it. Like, I don't get why people say there's something wrong with us. Wow, gee whiz. Please don't say the amount. I won't. I never do. I'm going to just say thank you for the support. And she said, I've been trolled for donating to Tommy. So much love and support always. Thank you. You know who you are. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. So go ahead and get the show started. All right. Now, this story comes out of my home state. As you guys can see, we actually have a lot of people in the chat from Oklahoma, and it saddens me to have to report this. Okay. Now, back in 2017, there was a woman that was arrested for actually, you couldn't tell by the title. I had to change the title name. The woman actually killed her infant son. Killed her infant son. And as you guys know, that we've been doing a lot of these stories lately, and it does not make me happy to report these by any means. But, you know, these are real things that are going on. And you guys know that what we do here in the Soto You Dig is that we actually are big time advocates for the children. Big time advocates. And anybody that would take advantage of a child, misuse and abuse a child, that's definitely something that we want to speak against. We want to speak for raising our children in a fashion that, you know, they can grow up to be healthy, grow up to be of sound mind and body, to be able to have all of the essentials that they need in order for them to get a nice leg up in life. To get a nice leg up in life and to be able to become productive citizens in the world, and then they'll turn around and repeat that process. Okay, so that's what we do here. Now, a Tulsa woman, and her name is Ashley Ledbetter, which is the woman here on my right, was sentenced March 26th of 2018, 11:09 a.m., was sentenced to 40 years in prison after pleading guilty to a child abuse murder. Her name again, Ashley Ledbetter, Ledbetter, admitted to fatally injuring her 3-month-old son, Zion, last summer, according to a child crisis detective. Police said Ledbetter first told them she left the room and came back to find her son on the floor unresponsive. Guys, this is so freaking heart-wrenching. I'm going to tell you guys this again. I'm going to read this part again, and I'll reiterate my thoughts. Police said that Ledbetter first told them her first thought was to tell this story. She left the room and came back to find her son on the floor unresponsive. Guys, this is not the first story. This is not the second story, nor is it the third. All right? You guys remember the story that we told a couple of shows ago, where the, actually, you know what was funny about it? That was actually Michael Garrett. That was Anaya Day Garrett's, situation. That's exactly what that was. And you remember her mother, Sierra. I don't know how I remember these names. Sierra Day and her boyfriend that killed her daughter, when they called 911, their first thought in mind wasn't to save the child, wasn't to try to get her any assistance or any help. Their first mind, and shout out to my brother Michael Garrett, who's still out there fighting for justice right now. You know, so shout out to him. But their first thought was, when they called 911, was to lie and make it seem like the child was still alive. Which, another thing that makes that even worse is because if help needed to get there quicker, help might not actually arrive on time because of the fact that she gave false information. I don't know what it is about the fact that, you know, we do something to our children and our first mind is to lie. Because I always feel like if you have to lie, then it's probably something you shouldn't be doing. And we should have the cognitive awareness. Y'all remember that term, cognitive awareness, for us not to be able to do things, to have some discernment, unlike the dude that I talked to a couple days ago. I'm sure, you know, my sister Carrie knows what I'm talking about. Unlike him, I actually know the definition of discernment, right? We ought to be able to have some discernment to understand and look through situations and to be able to see these things coming into fruition based on our actions. So if our actions are going to give us undesirable results, then what we should not do is do these things. We should not perform these actions, whatever it is. All right. So that's my whole thing. You shouldn't lie about it. And on top of lying about it, if you have any type of caring or heart or emotion about your child, the last thing that you should want to do is get help for them late. You lie to 911, you lie to the police, they're not going to be able to get you the proper support. She later admitted to getting upset about the baby crying, and she tied a blanket around his head to hold a pacifier in his mouth, records show. She tied a blanket around a 3-month-old's head, a little boy, to hold a pacifier in his mouth. Whew. No words. No words for that. No words for that. I really don't. You know, because like I said, I just don't understand how, you know, even if you don't love a kid, you didn't want to have a kid, I still don't see how you can treat a kid that way. I really don't. An innocent life that cannot defend itself. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, how many parents do we have out there? How many parents do we have out there? I know I'm a parent. Do we have any parents out in the chat room right now? If you do, raise your hand, say something in the chat if you would. My Facebook friends, some of you guys I know have kids. I'm not going to speak your names individually, but it's just funny how, if you guys have ever seen a little 1-month-old, 2-3-month-old baby, they are the most beautiful looking creatures. They might not always turn out to be beautiful as they grow up, but they are so freaking precious and beautiful and innocent when they're first born. Am I lying? Am I the only person that loves little babies? Like, even if you don't have children, have you guys ever been around an infant before? Like, you know, you just hold them and you look at them and they're learning to, you know, to eat and look around and understand little nuances going on around them and stuff, and hear things and trying to understand language and things like that. They're just so precious. Like, I mean, even like with little puppies, little ducks, little porcupines, whatever it is. Like, I remember watching a video like of a little hippo that was born, and the world went crazy because this little hippo was so tiny and they wasn't sure that the hippo was going to survive. I can't remember her name, but they gave the hippo a name, and everybody around the world wanted updates on the story of this hippo to make sure that she made it and make sure that it was alive and eating and all of that good stuff. If we can care about animals like that, I don't understand why we can't care about children like that. They're even more precious because they actually, you know, are sentient beings pretty much, you know? So my whole thing is, you know, for us to care about children, definitely, you know, it has to be in our nature. I just can never understand. I'm sorry, I can't even finish reading the story to just understand how you could take a 3-month-old and think that that's the right thing to do. That's the appropriate course of action, is to tie something around its face. I mean, that could suffocate a grown person, if you think about it. There are grown people that have choked when you tie something around their face. Let's keep reading the story. Let's keep going, man. So apparently it didn't work that she tied this blanket around the baby's face. And she said when that didn't work, police say that she slammed him. Oh, Jesus Christ. Guys, okay, let me give a disclaimer. For the people that are watching, you guys are going to hear some language. You're going to hear some very colorful language and colorful descriptions, some very graphic details of a death of a child. You're not going to actually see any videos of it or anything like that, but I'm going to just give the news. And so for people that aren't able to handle the news, to be able to handle it in their heart, mind, body, or spirit, or anything like that, I encourage you gracefully bow out, hit the exit button, and don't watch and listen for the description if it's going to bother you. Okay? Because as a parent, it bothers me, and I don't want to bother anybody else. But everybody, we should understand that we're grown and we are here on our own volition. Okay? Thank you. Now, when tying the blanket around the baby's head did not work, police say that she slammed him 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. Face down on the bed. At one point, investigators say Zion bounced into a dresser, hitting his head. Do you know how hard you gotta slam a kid in order to get him to bounce off the bed so hard off of a spring mattress and he fly up and hit a bed? Man. Jesus. Numerous injuries. All of them were very severe. 3 months old, keep in mind. 3 months old. Soft spot in the middle of the head and everything. Traumatic injuries to the head, had numerous skull fractures, had a lacerated liver and a lacerated spine. Golly, man. Holy hell. Numerous injuries, including traumatic injuries to the head, numerous skull fractures. Numerous. And if she slammed him face first, then that means he probably had fractures all around his facial region. Slamming him face first, because I'm assuming she took him by the neck and slammed him because he also had a lacerated spine. God dang it, man. And a lacerated liver. Man, guys. I'm not... Okay. I have to compose myself. Hold on. We're going to get through this. Ledbetter, Ashley Ledbetter, waived her right to a jury trial because I'm sure they were probably going to sentence her to the death penalty. I can almost guarantee that. After serving the 40-year sentence, she will be on probation for the rest of her life, according to court documents. Some of the information in this news story may have been provided by law enforcement with the request of News on 6 inform of the public of and or assist in locating a person in connection with a police investigation. News on 6 can make no independent verification of the accuracy of the information, photographs and or video provided to it by police or other law enforcement agencies. As a disclaimer, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you guys hear the news story, and as always, you know, I have to give the disclaimer, right? It's only the right thing to do. We are going to show this video by way of fair use. Federal law allows citizens, myself, to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use, and it is allowed for purposes of criticism, which we're doing, news reporting, which we're doing, teaching, which we're doing, and parody, which we are not, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107, hashtag fair use. All right? This is the official news story.
A 3-month-old baby boy is dead and his mother in jail tonight. Only on 6, video of police arresting Ashley Ledbetter. News on 6's Marty Casper is live outside Tulsa County's jail with more. Marty.
Terry, police say the 3-month-old baby boy named Zion Jones passed from his injuries around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Only hours later, his mother was arrested for child abuse murder. Police arrest 22-year-old Ashley Ledbetter near 61st and Memorial after her 3-month-old baby boy dies from what police say is child abuse.
Numerous injuries, all of them were very severe.
Police first saw the baby Thursday morning at a Tulsa hospital.
Traumatic injuries to the head, had numerous skull fractures, had a lacerated liver, had a lacerated spleen.
Court documents state his status was considered life-threatening and that he was not going to live. Police went to the home of Ledbetter's mother, where she had been staying, and carried out large evidence bags. They interviewed extended family and both parents, saying Ledbetter's story wasn't consistent.
Initially told us a different story about what happened.
Police say Ledbetter first told them she left the room, came back, and found her baby on the floor unresponsive. But during the investigation, police say Ledbetter admitted to first tying a blanket around his head to hold a pacifier in his mouth to keep him from crying. When that didn't work, police say she slammed him 5 times face down on the bed.
Likely slammed the baby down several times on the baby's face, and the baby
Okay, so I was right. She slammed him face first.
suffered quite a few injuries.
Police say at one point the baby boy bounced off and hit his head on the dresser, then landed on the floor.
Jeez. I don't have to reiterate what he just said. That is a hard so-called bounce.
For the 3-month-old that succumbed to his injuries earlier today.
We tried to speak to friends or family who were present when Ledbetter was arrested, but they declined.
Do you folks want to talk with us? Can he say anything?
Police encourage anyone who is struggling to care for their child or who cannot manage their child to reach out for help. You can call 211 for basic needs, mental health issues, and child care. Live on the scene on the story in Tulsa, Marty Casper, News on 6.
All right, I'm going to let you guys listen to a little bit more of this one more time because I had a couple people tune in again. And like I said, I know everybody tunes in at a different time, but I want you guys to hear this portion again, okay, if you don't mind. Now, again, they were saying when she was arrested, but what I just told you guys was her actual sentence, which happened just a day or two ago.
1 o'clock this afternoon, only hours later, his mother was arrested for child abuse murder. Police arrest 22-year-old Ashley Ledbetter near 61st and Memorial after her 3-month-old baby boy dies from what police say is child abuse.
Numerous injuries, all of them were very severe.
Police first saw the baby Thursday morning at a Tulsa hospital.
Traumatic injuries to the head, had numerous skull fractures, had a lacerated liver, had a lacerated spleen.
Court documents state his status was considered life-threatening and that he was not going to live. Police went to the home of Ledbetter's mother where she had been staying and carried out large evidence bags. They interviewed extended family and both parents, saying Ledbetter's story wasn't consistent.
Initially told us a different story about what happened.
Police say Ledbetter first told them she left the room, came back, and found her baby on the floor unresponsive. But during the investigation, police say Ledbetter admitted to first tying a blanket around his head to hold a pacifier in his mouth to keep him from crying. When that didn't work, police say she slammed him 5 times face down on the bed.
Likely slammed the baby down several times on the baby's face, and the baby suffered quite a few injuries.
Police say at one point the baby boy bounced off and hit his head on the dresser, then landed on the floor.
For the 3-month-old that succumbed to his injuries earlier today.
We tried to speak to friends or family who were present when Ledbetter was arrested, but they declined.
Do you folks want to talk with us? Can he say anything?
Police encourage anyone who is struggling to care for their child or who cannot manage their child to reach out for help. You can call 211 for basic needs, mental health issues, and child care.
Did you guys hear that? And I want to point out something, like I told you guys, and I tell you guys all the time, that there's a big difference between the treatment that we give the males in our population and the treatment that we give our females in our population. This was an ungodly, devilish, evil thing for this woman to do to this innocent child that could not defend itself. And what did they say? The solution is if you need help, turn the kid in, you can get mental evaluations and all of these wonderful programs. Matter of fact, my young brother, why don't you tell them again all of the options that they have? You mind telling us that again?
But they declined.
Do you folks want to talk with us? Can he say anything?
Especially since they don't want to talk to you. Listen to this, guys. I thought this was really interesting.
Police encourage anyone who is struggling to care for their child or who cannot manage their child to...
Anybody who cannot care for their child or anybody that cannot manage their child. What's up, brother classy young man in the building? He said, Ratchet, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Why am I not surprised? But this is definitely a woman that doesn't need to produce any children at all. You bring up my sentiments. I think that we actually should have some level of control over whether we allow people to conceive and procreate or not. The reason I say that is because I don't think that certain things should be left into the hands of people, because especially if they are proving to be irresponsible after one kid and they're going to prove to be responsible with another kid and prove to be responsible with another kid, The only people that are suffering are the children. Once the children turn into grown adults, then they're going to harm other people. Hurt people, hurt people. Remember I said that. Listen to all the options that they have. Listen to this.
Reach out for help. You can call 211 for basic needs, mental health issues, and child care. Live on the scene, on the story in Tulsa, Marty Casper, News on 6.
Man, that sounds like they get a lot of help, you know. But like I say, I'm not against the help. But what I am against is the fact that it seems like we only help one group of people. And a lot of times we forget about the men and the brothers that need help out there. There are a lot of fathers out there also. You know what I'm saying? And I actually know a couple of guys that actually are single fathers. That's what they do full time with their time, is they take care of their children. So my brothers that are watching and my sisters that are watching on Facebook, I'm not going to name their names because they know who they are. But shout out to them, you know, for being responsible parents. You know, I know a lot of us, in the way that we are raised nowadays, it's a little bit difficult for us to be able to really know what to do and where to go here, because of the fact that it's almost become our culture to have children out of wedlock, to have children in unstable households, and the fact that whenever we do have our sisters have children that they can't take care of, then they actually have all of the reasons, all of the benefits, they are taken care of as far as their food. They're taken care of as far as their shelter. They actually are given car vouchers. They actually are taken care of as far as insurance. Almost their entire life is taken care of, all behind just having a child, doing something that freaking animals can do. It's a simple biological function, having a child. I think it can be special. But honestly, to my ladies and my fellas, I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. I really hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, all right? My whole point is not to say that we shouldn't help our sisters. My point is to say that we should hold our sisters more responsible, okay? That's all I'm saying. Is because if they have all of the power, if they are given all of the benefits, then what I believe in is that we should hold them more responsible. But at the same time, I don't think that that's actually what, I don't think that's what the Democrats want. I don't think they want them to be more responsible. What you guys think about that? I know a lot of times that people were just born into the Democratic system. You're told to vote Democratic. You're told that the other side is racist and all of that stuff. You're told all of these things, but all I ask for people to do is just to be more open-minded, because the direction that we're going right now. Yeah, thank you, G Rose. Ty. The direction that we're going right now is not a positive direction. Okay? All we're doing is continuing to feed the system and feed our children right into the jail system. 40 years, that girl's life is over in 40 years. You understand? This is a young girl. In 40 years, her life is pretty much gonna be over. It's gonna be a whole new world if she gets out of jail, and then she's gonna be on probation for the rest of her life. All behind a decision that took her maybe minutes. Thank you, Loon 2 News. Exactly. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. For obvious reasons, there's some words that I cannot say here, but for the people that can read the chat, look at what Loon 2 News said. I 100% agree with that. That's exactly what it is. It's a way to control your mind, and it's a way to control your community. By continuing to give people stuff for free, and so for people to not value what comes out of their body, for them not to value having a child. There is no value in having a child. The children are held or had specifically for the benefits that they can collect from that child. They have children to specifically collect things that they can get to benefit their own lives. Child support from the man. Now you got extra cash in your pocket. Now you got your housing taken care of. Now you got your food taken care of. And now you got your ride taken care of. And now you can go take whatever little bit of extra money you got and go put some rims on it. Go buy you the latest iPhone. Go get you some red bottoms. Get your toes, hair done. All this expensive weave that they pay for and all of this stuff. You guys have to understand how they are able to finance these things and still live in the hood, because they're not putting them in nice, big, brand new houses or anything like that. They're basically putting them into crap communities and saying, hey, you can go live over here. It's a piece of crap, but it's your piece of crap. And it breeds irresponsibility. And we are in 2018. We are now looking at the generation of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and it's about to be the 2020s. Guys, we are almost, let me see, 70, 80, 90, 2000, 2010. We're almost 60 years into this new age system, and it's not working. What you guys have to start doing is you guys have to start voting. You guys have to start voting for the right things. Stop just going to the ballots and just simply voting Democrat just because that's what you were told is the right thing to do. Read into the issues. Know who your politicians are. Stop worrying about who's in the presidential office right now. Because I'm telling you guys, as much as people say that they dislike Trump and what he stands for and what he's doing and what he says, and we want to get into an uproar about that stuff, right? Everybody wants to get excited about what Donald Trump said on Twitter. But I can guarantee you, I'm not going to see anybody get mad at their local politicians for pushing through bills that don't make any sense. I actually have a story that I found recently on the internet. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I might have it in here. Hold on. Yes. I do have it. You guys are gonna find this hilarious. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I don't know. There is actually a lawmaker in Texas. Shout out to the awesome state of Texas, right? There is actually a lawmaker in Texas that proposed a bill, and this is why I said we need to pay attention to the people that we are putting in office. I'm not going to give too much graphic detail about it because, like I said, I don't want to get flagged over here, but my girl knows this. There is actually a bill that one of the politicians, and her name is Texas State Representative Jessica Farrar, all right? And she, on March 13th, she actually asked for a bill to be passed that would fine men $100 each and every time that they, what's the word? Let me see if I can find a more appropriate word that I can get away with saying. I need somebody to say it in the chat if you know what I mean. Jason got it. Jason got it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Her name is Jessica Farrar, and she actually proposed the bill. Yes. Thank you, Chastity. That word. I can't say that word. You know, I don't know what terminology I can actually say. I'm trying to look up and see what I can say and get away with. And I don't see much that I can say and get away with on here. So I'm looking and I'm looking to see what I can say. Guys, hold on just a minute. I will find it. Okay, I like that one. Okay, I like that one. How about this? How about this? Self-service. A Texas bill would fine men $100 each time they self-service themselves. And I do not lie to you about this. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and put this on the screen because of the fact that I want you guys to understand that we need to be paying more attention let me see. I could probably, there we go. I could shrink it down a little bit so you guys can see this. This is why we need to be paying attention more to what's going on in our local and state elections, because I actually do vote. I don't know how many other people out there vote, but I know that I do. So I'm gonna show you guys this on the screen. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more time with me here on the You Dig. I do have a lot more stories, and based on the way that you guys have been showing love and donating, I don't see why I can't keep going. Okay, now it looks like we have, I can't tell how, I don't know how many people we have watching the show live. You guys will probably have to tell me. I don't know. But as you can see here at the top, it says a Texas state bill would fine men $100 each time that they self-service themselves. Okay? A Texas lawmaker, State Representative Jessica Farrar, has proposed a bill that would fine a man $100 each time that he self-services himself. The bill also imposes a 24-hour waiting period if a guy wants a colonoscopy or a vasectomy, or if he's in the market for some Viagra, right? Representative Jessica Farrar, a Democrat, which is why I brought it up, knows her bill isn't going to get very far. But she proposed it last week to make a point and give male lawmakers a taste of their own medicine. So I didn't mean to go so far off topic, but you guys hear me out. Farrar has long been an advocate of women's health in a state that has made it extremely difficult for women to get abortions. I don't know why that's such a bad thing to have some standards, you know? And the bill, by pointing out a sexist double standard, is meant to shine a light on the obstacles women deal with when it comes to their health care. Let's take a look at what Texas has done to women, Farrar told CNN. What if men had to undergo the same intrusive procedures? Which I don't really know what she means by that. But nonetheless, even the name is a jab. Farrar's bill would penalize men for self-service because such behavior is a failure to preserve the sanctity of life and an act against an unborn child. Even the bill's name, A Man's Right to Know Act, is a jab at a pamphlet Texas doctors are required to give women seeking abortions. That pamphlet, A Woman's Right to Know, has been long criticized for being inaccurate, ideologically influenced by religion, and designed to discourage women from getting abortions. Like, why is that a bad thing? I don't know. Somebody will have to explain that to me, maybe on another time. But one section of the pamphlet says breast cancer and abortions are linked. You look, we can keep going with this, but you guys kind of understand where I'm going. It's kind of a long article, which is why I probably thought I should have did a separate show on that. But I'm going to go ahead and take that off the screen. But that's my point. That's what you get when you have and only vote a certain party of people in, because you're going to let people that have really, really messed up ideals into those office seats, and those office seats are then pushed up and they push these bills out to other people. This is how these wild laws become law by the time that they get to Congress and they're voted on, because nobody has shot them down from the jump. But then again, if you get people out of office that are putting these type of things out of office from the jump and don't vote them in, then you can actually fix a lot of this stuff. So if people wonder why they have these laws into effect with, you know, with the travel ban and all of this stuff, all these little bitty things that start small, like her putting this thing out there, and it starts small, it eventually can get big. They think it's not that serious at first, then it gets big, then it becomes a problem, then you can't undo it. That's why I think it's important to vote. That's why I think it's also important to make sure that we have accountability for our parents, for our women, for our children. And I definitely don't think that there's anything wrong with making sure that we are, number one, we are educating our women about their bodies, about their, you know, about their choices and their options, the potential consequences. Like, absolutely, because this is the thing. Women are affected emotionally, physically, they are stretched to the point of of just, I don't even know how they do it sometimes. Having a kid is the most precious thing ever. And I don't think that we really take that. I don't really think that, you know, the women of nowadays, I don't think that there are enough of us that value and treasure pregnancy as a gift from God. Like they say, you know, these blessings from God. I don't think a lot of us treat it as a blessing. And that's as a collective. It doesn't mean everybody, hashtag not all. Don't get offended by what I'm saying. I just think that we should actually value, you know, having children and value the process also, because it's just as important. It's dangerous. You know, I know some women out there personally that have lost their lives behind trying to give birth to children. It's a very, very serious thing. You know, and I hate for something to be so serious for us not to take it serious and for us to treat it as such. Okay? So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. The last little portion that I did want to show you guys is from a couple of people that I found on Facebook that posted something that I thought was very interesting. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen for you. Because one of these people I don't know, but one of these people I do know. Okay? So I'm going to show you guys something on the screen here. I'm going to do a small little screen capture. See if I can get this on the screen for you guys. Because this is also behind this girl's sentencing. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Michael Wayne posted yesterday and he said 40 years. Talking about this woman, she got 40 years. He said you can catch a drug case and get 40 years. How the, obviously. And he was talking about, you know, the whole situation with this woman getting 40 years. Now, you guys heard what she did to this child, to this baby that could not defend itself, that didn't stand a chance in the world. So Mr. Michael Wayne don't understand how she can get 40 years for doing what she did to a child. Well, Michael Wayne, if she would have actually gotten a jury trial, which is what she tried to avoid, which is why she raved her whites and she pled guilty, it's because she could have faced the death penalties, dude. 40 years is light for you to do that to a 3-month-old, to any kid. Okay. Another thing I want to bring out is somebody else that posted something a little bit differently. And it just so happens that I know this young lady. Okay. Very sweet lady. And I actually knew her sister, and her sister passed away some years ago, a small handful of years ago. So shout out to her. We have some technical difficulties going on here. I hope that you guys are still able to see the stream. My computer's going crazy, so I'm gonna try to finish this up. And she said, come on, parents, I'm serious. And this is right around when it first happened. She said, if any of you are feeling this way of your children, please give them to me. She said, all you got to do is say, please, love and take care of my baby, and I will. Please don't get so frustrated that you harm your babies. It's really easy to get overwhelmed when hearing babies cry, when you do everything, but your baby crying still won't cease. I am a witness to that. My daughter has some lungs on her, boy. And it was a few times where my mom had to come over and I just had a headache and I just didn't know what to do. And my mom came over and she's just like, let me help you out. Let me take over. Shout out to my mom. Bring your baby to me. Bring your baby to me. Either give me your child or leave them with me for a little while so you can regain your sanity. Hashtag I'm here for you. I'm totally serious. Share posts so it reaches many parents. I want to help end this cycle. The story below is just sad on both ends. And again, like I say, I know Champale's personal story and her losing her sister. And I definitely know that she means what she says, man. If that even saves one life, you know, shout out to her, you know, for even just saying what she said, because that, you know, if she's able to save one life or help somebody else or maybe encourage somebody else to, you know, just look out for the children, look out for the youth, I think that's an amazing thing. So, you know, shout out to her. All right. Like to thank you guys for coming through. I think we did pretty good as far as how many people we had come through. Not too bad. That's actually not too bad at all. Okay. We're just over an hour, so we're getting ready to cut this. I want to say shout out to my Facebook people, my guy Gumbo Man, my sister LaRonda, Kareem, Nicole, Jay Alvarado. I know her. What's going on, Jay? And also they shared over there on Facebook. So continue, guys, to continue to show love on the Facebook. I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you guys on the next show on Facebook. Now, as far as for my YouTube people, we are still live here, but I had to cut one of the streams because my computer was acting crazy. But I'd like to say thank you to you guys. KF504, Hagar the Forsaken, Sesquipedalian, P-Man 007, Loon Toon News, Steve 64464, Melvin Sloan, David McClinton, Rochelle, Loa. Wait. Sunshine Pine. Yeah, I didn't say hi to you earlier. What's up, Sunshine Pine? Black Woman with a Fro coming back and showing some love. My brother Tony Hogan, Diana P, Skohar, CJ, my girl J McLovin, G Rose, LV, Natalie, Mr. Creighton. Okay, shout out to you. Ty Sands, Carrie, AP. Let's see, got Steve already. Exo Dosiah, Jackal High. Everybody else, guys, if I didn't give you a shout out, my sister Chaz, shout out to Chaz, the immortal one, Grandmaster Level, all you guys, all right? Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and read off the donations that we got here for the ones that I can read off. I'll read those off. See, let me pull it up, guys. Bear with me a moment. Miss Minnie, what's going on? Cree 195, Mark Pinckney, what's up? Time reveals, I missed you too. Okay, I think I got everybody else. All right, so for the ones that didn't catch the donation read, I'll read those again. Again, shout out to my brother Relationship Rehab. Shout out to, I think I got this one last show, but if I didn't, I'll say it here. Kingdom Minded, if you're in the chat, thank you for your donation yesterday. Let me see. SH Play. Tracy H, thank you very much. My sister Tanisha, Morning Soto. Jayton L. Let me make sure. Crystal A, thank you. To my brother Tony and in the chat, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate that. This person knows who they are. Said love you and support you always. Thank you very much. You know who you are. Thank you. Let's see. Got you. Thanks for bringing content while my brother Tommy was on a hiatus. You got it. That's the point, man. Like I say, we are a team here in Soto Nation. And, you know, that's why I support my brother Relationship Rehab, my sister Packer Girl, my sister Tanisha. I'm always reaching out to them behind closed doors. Anytime my brother, my brother Shawty King goes live on the gaming channel, I try to always make sure and show him some love over there and push his numbers. So shout out to my brother AP. Appreciate that. Yes, I can. Absolutely. Got you. Got you. Let me find it. Hold on. You are now granted with the power of Grayskull. So the next time that you say something in the chat, you should see something different. That person will know who they are. Hey, there she is. Shout out to my sister E-Goose is me. Now she's always showing love, so I'm always give her a shout out. So shout out to her. Thank you very much, my sister Erica in the building. All right. Let's see here. So to the person that asked me to do that, I took care of it and they have that now. All right. So we know what we're talking about. Also to my sister, let me make sure I can say the name. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. She said, hi, dear. I got promoted at work and wanted to show some love. I want to support the show because I love your message, and I hope you I wish you much success in your life. Thank you so much. That is a very nice donation. Shout out to my, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I think she said it's okay. Shout out to my sister Loa. Appreciate that, and congratulations to you on the work promotion. I think that's freaking amazing. Also, let me make sure I can say the name here. I don't want to put my brother's name out there. Oh, wow. Big long message. You got it, man. You got it. Thank you very much. So, what's up, Melvin? What's up, Miss Minnie? XOXO. What's the beat playing in the background? That's Friends and Strangers. You can look that up. I had to adjust it a little bit so we don't get flagged for using it. And I couldn't actually use it on Facebook. That's why I cut the Facebook feed. So, yeah. Said, hey, DJ, I fully agree with what you're saying. Even since I was 13 years old, I've always had this type of mindset about young women having kids at such an early age. In Memphis, Tennessee, this goes on a lot, especially with the way that people abuse Title IV. Not only that women in Memphis that are single moms are usually selling their bodies, which to me is sad because they are not only setting themselves up to be dependent, abused, and used by the system, they're also setting up their children for failure. 100% agree. Also, this is why people like me can't find one decent woman to date in the city, because everybody mostly follows the same old playbook, the same old played out black woman handbook. Other than that, peace to your show. Shout out to my brother, Chris S. Chris, you know who you are. I'm not going to say your last name. Definitely appreciate you showing love, man. But he brought up, that's a long message, but I really appreciate what he said. And that's kind of my point. Title IV has made us dependent. People are like, well, what is Title IV? Title IV is the actual system that welfare is provided underneath. It's an umbrella program, and there's some little branches that hang down, and all of these little different branches are different branches of the government programs, like your welfare program entails, you know, your food stamps, your Section 8, Medicaid, Medicare, and all of that stuff. It's all underneath Title IV. Okay, so that's what he's talking about. But brother, I would say this to you, my brother Chris C. If that's the situation that you have going on, bro, and I'll give you a little bit of dating advice, then what you have to do is you have to make an investment in yourself. So I'm gonna take a page out of Relationship Rehab's book for a moment, if you don't mind. What you have to do is you have to get out of your city. This is one of my messages that I preach a lot. You have to get out of your city, save yourself up some money, find your place to get a job at, start applying out of state, even if it's just crossing the state line. Go to a different state, go to another city. We have to start exploring. Like, too many times what we do in our community is we'll nestle down in a place and all of our family and friends are around us and we never move from there. And then we continue to keep procreating, and what's going to happen? Cousins and family members and brothers that you didn't know you had, especially since most of us are not being raised in the same household, and you're going to end up doing something with one of your relatives, which is definitely not going to be a good thing. So just think about that. We definitely need to think about moving out of our communities, moving elsewhere. Don't be scared. You know, I remember my mom was so worried when I left and I moved to Texas, and she was like, you know, like, I'd be too scared to just leave home and be so far away from resources and stuff. And I tell you what, I did need some help at a few points in time, but I was able to be strong enough and resilient enough and be able to nestle down and find some resources here that I can't see myself leaving Texas. I love Texas, but I'm gonna keep an open mind because I don't know what lies in the future for me and my girl as far as like where we want to go and what we want to do. So I got to keep that kind of stuff in mind. But always keep that in mind. If it's not working in that city or that state, thank you, Jason Gunn. Find a different pond to fish in. Perfect and well said. Okay, wait a minute, guys. We got a couple more donations that came through. If you guys don't mind, let me read these. To my sister Nicole P. You know you're out there. Nicole, thank you very much for the donation. Let's see. Let me make sure I can read the name. To my brother Albert P. Albert P, thank you very much for the donation, my brother. I think that's everybody. Did I get everybody? Yep. Yeah, Skullheart, man, if you feel that way about Oregon, brother, like I say, think about it. Guys, you only got one life to live. You know what I'm saying? You only got one life to live. Why just stay in a city if you know you're not getting the benefits that you want out of that city? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about moving elsewhere. Think about trying something different. If you have to, start vacationing. Go somewhere, get you a hotel for a week somewhere. If you guys have any time off from work, if you get vacation, use your vacation to explore places and see what it's like to live in those places for a week. You're talking about making an investment in your life. We have to start traveling more. That's why I love being a mobile DJ. Like, anytime somebody wants to book me, if you want to book me in your city, I will come to your city. I promise you that. My booking fee is not crazy. It's really not. Book me in your city. I will come to your city and we'll party. We'll hang out. We'll do all of that stuff. But that's why I love being able to just up and just go. Love it. It's not a lifestyle for everybody, and it's definitely a hard way to make a living, because sometimes when people don't want to follow through on things, with DJs, they usually will falter. But it's just something to think about, okay? Thank you guys again for coming through. This is your boy DJ Just J. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. And if you guys want to see another show, let me know. I'll be more than willing to stay up and do another show for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna watch and see what you say in the comment section. The comment section will be live for like 5 minutes after the show ends. Then after that, I'll look at the comment section. If you guys want me to do another show, you guys have hellified earned it. Hellified earned my time. I will spend as much time as I need to. If I have to stay up all night, I damn sure will do it. Again, I want you guys to make sure and tell my brother Tommy Sotomayor I love him. I appreciate him. And y'all make sure and send him my message from this video. Said I love him. I appreciate him. Thank him for everything that he's done for me. Thank him for his message. Thank you for sacrificing your family, your friends, your girlfriends. Tommy, damn, bro. Like, your channels, your energy, your sanity, your sleep. You know, the places where you live. Just so much that my brother sacrifices. The least I could do is be an additional voice to push his message out there to the world and continue to support my brother. That is all I want to do. I want to make Tommy proud. He asked me to make him proud. But brother Tommy, I hope I'm doing that, and I hope I'm representing you well. And I think you can tell by the numbers that we're doing pretty good over here. And I hope that that reflects the fact that we do support you, we do hear you, and we do continue to support you. All right? Thank you, guys. Holla back. This is your boy DJ Just J signing off. Peace.